I've seen way too many people rush out the door with a cheap, 3-burner grill, only to realize a month later that they can't get a decent sear on a steak and the side burner never even lights. The disappointment is real, and it makes you wonder if splurging a little more on a higher-end model is actually worth it. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So, does the Broil King Regal S690 Pro IR feel like a smarter buy? Or is it just another pricey piece of metal that looks good on the patio? First off, the thing that makes the Regal S stand out in the crowded propane grill market is its 6-burner layout, including an infrared side burner. When you're cooking for a cruise, a backyard birthday or a weekend barbecue with the whole family, that extra heat power means you can have a direct flame zone for quick sears, a gentler area for slower cooking, and that side burner for sauces, stir-fries, or even a small wok. In real life, I've used the side burner to keep a pot of corn chowder warm while the main deck was charring burgers, and the heat stayed consistent without having to shuffle the pots around. Now, who should actually consider this grill? If you regularly host gatherings of 6 or more people, love the idea of having dedicated zones for different cooking techniques, and don't mind spending a bit more to avoid the one-size-fits-all limitations of entry-level grills, the Regal S is a solid fit. It also appeals to anyone who enjoys the visual cue of a stainless steel finish that won't rust after a rainy season, and who values the blue LED control knob that makes adjusting flame levels a little more intuitive after the sun goes down. On the flip side, if you're a solo cook or usually grill just a couple of steaks on the weekend, the 6 burners become more of a luxury than a necessity. The grill's footprint is fairly large, so a cramped patio or a small balcony will feel cramped. And if you're hunting for a bargain under $300, you'll probably be better off with a simpler unit that still gets the job done for occasional use. The Regal S sits in a mid to high price range, so the value proposition hinges on actually using those extra burners and the infrared technology. Let's talk practical strengths. The FlavorWave cooking system, a full-coverage stainless steel heat diffuser, does a surprisingly good job of spreading heat evenly across the cooking surface. I tested it by placing a large sheet pan of veggies on one side while searing chicken on the other. The veggies cooked through without burning, and the chicken got that crisp, caramelized exterior I usually only see in restaurants. The reversible grids are another thoughtful detail. On the pointed side, they work like a grill basket, perfect for delicate fish that would otherwise slip through. Flip them over, and you've got a flat grating surface for classic grill marks on burgers and steaks. The infrared side burner deserves its own mention. Infrared burners reach high temperatures faster than traditional gas burners, which means you can bring a pot of water to a boil in half the time. In a real-world scenario, that saved me minutes when I was trying to coordinate a quick side of grilled asparagus while the main grill was already at full blast. The side burner also stays hotter longer, which is handy for maintaining sauces that need a steady simmer. On the weakness side, the grill's cast aluminum end caps are designed to retain heat, but they also make the unit heavier than some competitors. Moving it around, even with the wheels, requires a bit of muscle, especially if you're shifting it across a concrete patio. The control knobs, while sleek, can feel a little stiff at first. You have to apply a bit more pressure to dial them down low, which could be a minor annoyance if you're trying to maintain a gentle low heat zone for something like smoked ribs. Another practical consideration is the cleaning routine. The stainless steel grids and the FlavorWave system collect grease, and while the stainless finish makes wiping down the exterior easy, the interior does require a brush to get the trapped drippings out of the recessed areas. If you're someone who likes to keep the grill spotless after every use, you'll need to allocate a few extra minutes to a proper scrub down. That said, the grease management system isn't terrible. It just isn't as hands-off as the highest-end models that feature self-cleaning trays. A common question I get from viewers is whether the Exact Fit cover actually protects the grill enough for winter storage. The cover sold separately fits snugly, and because the cabinet is made from premium stainless steel, the grill holds up well against snow and rain. If you live in a climate that demands you store the grill indoors for a season, the extra cost of the cover is something you'll want to factor in. So, is the Broil King Regal S690 Pro IR the smarter buy? If you're looking for a grill that can handle multiple cooking styles,